I'm now going to show you how I made this lovely little, it's like a combination holder. It's for fitting up on your wall or somewhere like that. I'm going to be using this in the garage, but you can use it in the kitchen, you could use it in the house, use it in the hallway. I've put a couple of these key hooks on here so you can hang your keys up, and it's going to be, so all I've done is I've just cut the tops off these bottles, and it's going to fit up on the wall like that. So I can keep my pens up somewhere and my keys where I can see them. I think it's lovely. And all I'll do is I'll just put a couple of fixings there and just fix it straight to my wall. From my schematic, I've been through my my offcuts, and I've managed to find that a couple of my offcuts from my last project perfect for this. So out of one good slat, well, I say good slat, you can see it still needs a bit of work on it, and 3 offcuts, we've managed to get the back and the front. And on this piece here, which was a side of a big pallet, it was an upright on a big pallet, I'm going to get my 2 main uprights. Now this is a good piece of wood, this. Glad I found this one. I make all sorts out of this piece, but I'm going to take my 2 pieces off there. This is in really good condition. Doesn't need much work at all, just a very light sand. Whereas these ones here, you can see this is going to need a little bit of work on. It's no drama, because they've got a good side and they've got a rough side. All you do is you make sure the good side's facing out. So we've got the front and the back, the base and the sides. Let's give them all a quick sand off, get them cut, get them put together. You can see that this piece has got a bit of a ridge in it. So all I've done is I've just put it up against the wall, and I'm just going to use my hand plane, and I'm just taking off the ridge part. There you can see I've taken that ridge part down so it's all flush now. I've got these sanded off now. This is one of the things I love about pallet wood is there's loads of character in that piece there now, isn't there? You can see where I've planed the side off. You can see the saw marks in there. It's look, no 2 piece the same. It's really unique. This is why I like working with this. Same with this one there. Lovely and smooth now, and yet you can still see some of the saw marks. So I've got the front and the back. I think this piece is going to be on the front because it's the nicest, smoothest piece. Then we've got the base, the side, and this. I just took the edges off, but that's come up lovely as well. So we've smoothed it all off. We've taken out the main of the imperfections, left a bit of character, and all we're going to do is I'm going to go and rescribe my lines where the sand has taken some of them off. I'll rescribe the lines up, then we'll get them cut. There, I've cut my pieces. That's going to be my base, that's going to be the back, that's going to be the front, and these 2 are going to be the uprights on either side. Right, just offering all my pieces up together to make sure that they're all right, and I'm marking them all. Mark them all with like a little notch so I know where they all line up. And what I'm going to do, this is the back, and then these pieces are going to go on there, and then this piece is going to go on there. These back pieces, what I'm going to do to make it easier for myself is I'm going to put a line of glue along there, and then I'm going to use a staple to hold them together. This is just holding them together temporarily until I can get them screwed on. You could use little tiny tack nails, but I find staples are much easier. What we'll do is we'll use our bench hook that we made in a previous video. This is one of those things that this is perfect for, because I'll be able to line them up on there and push up against this piece here. So the first one, line all the edges up, line all my little markers up that I made so I know that when they're all straight. Because of this here, I can push against that so they're all tight together and then just stick a staple in. There, those three are held together now, tight. And because I put the staples in line with there, when I put these blocks on, you won't be able to see them. This is going to be my one on the right, so that goes there. This is going to be one on the left, so that goes there. And that goes like that. You see how it's easier having these three already connected together? So we'll line them all up. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drilling a pilot hole first. Sometimes when you screw or you nail into wood, it can split the wood, especially thin wood like this. So it's better to drill a hole first to put your screw in, a pilot hole. I'm using 3.5mm by 40mm screws. So they're going to be going well into this block of wood here. So I'm going to be using a 3mm drill bit and just drilling 3/4 of the depth of the screw. Let's check to see it's all lined up. I'll countersink all these holes. What that means is, because of the shape of the screw, if you just screwed it straight in, your screw head would stick out. So you use a countersink tool which bevels out a little hole for the screw head. We use the glue because it's an extra adhesive. You're going to screw it together so it's going to hold tight, but the glue is going to bind it as well. And it's going to fill in the little tiny gaps so that when I come to sand it at the end, the little bits of wood dust will stick into the gaps. There you go. There's the back on. We'll get the bottom on now, and then we'll put the front on. Right, if you've measured it correctly, this should fit like that. See there, absolutely perfect. Now all we'll do, I'll put a couple of screws in there and a bit of glue, and then we're ready. So that's the beauty of this, you can lean into it and give it a good push to make sure it's right tight. And there you go. Finished. All we've got to do now is we'll just take the sander and go around and give it one last little buff, get rid of some of these pencil lines. But there we go. There, I've given the edges a nice buff off with the sander, and I've added 3 little key hooks. So they're perfect for hanging your keys on. Now, I'm going to be using this in the garage. I've just cut the top off a bottle, and I'm going to be putting it up somewhere like there or like here, and I'm just going to be hanging my boat keys and things on there. So there we go. I'll just put a couple of screws into there and just screw it straight onto the wall. But you could have it go anywhere, that one, wouldn't it? You could make it a little bit shallower and make 2 of them, and it could be a spice rack inside your kitchen. You could have this just inside your hallway. You could have a big one on the side here for hanging your umbrella on and all your keys. There are all sorts of uses for these. Fantastic, these little tidies.